Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. And it's time to go over, yes, once again, those weekly tracks that I love, I don't so much love, feel somewhere in between. What's it going to be? Oh my God. I guess we will find out. Everything I talk about in this video, it's linked down below, so you can check it out for yourself. Obviously, the point of this whole segment is to recommend new tracks, make sure nothing slips through the cracks on you. Let us begin. Also linked down below is the Turntable Lab affiliate link that we have. If you buy any vinyl over there, turntable stuff, whatever, we get kickback from it. Also, our Patreon page. How could you not love the Patreon page? You support us and get some cool extra bonus monthly content in the process. Take a look at it. See if it's of interest to you. And the worst tracks of the week are as follows. We just have a couple. They are BAM, of course, this new one with Machine Gun Kelly, Lil Wayne on it as well. It just kind of sounds like they wrote a bad rock rap song and were high out of their minds during recording and writing it. And that's all. That's really all that she wrote, it seems. So boring. Here we have a new one from Ghost, Twenties. Not really crazy about this taste of the record. This was at a level of camp that is unsustainable. This is an unsustainable level of camp. No band can camp this hard and hope to continue to camp on. It's really just impossible to take, from the horns to all the weird theatrics to some of the vocal embellishments. Motherfuckers! It's too much. It's too much. I cannot follow Ghost for as much camp as I have been subject to and enjoyed in the Ghost catalog thus far. I cannot go down the rabbit hole this deep. Call me a pussy. I'm weak. I'm not as strong as maybe some fans of this song are. But it is what it is. I guess we will hear how the rest of the record shapes up when it is out. Tracks that I am not crazy about, but I still wanted to shout out are as follows. Tool, Opiate, the classic track that you guys who are Tool fans know and love. Squared, a new version of the band's legendary 90s track, like a new recording of it, but obviously, like modern recording quality, it's a bit punchier, and they sort of go on a sudden little psychedelic jam journey with synths, like many of the songs off of Fear Inoculum. They sort of take a classic track, and then they just kind of fuse it into their current weird psych jam style, and then they kind of go back in the chorus, and it's done. I'm not crazy about the proposition of that, but I will say, for the most part on the track, the performance is pretty good. But surprising new release from Tool. Neat. And this cover is a nightmare, so I'm going to move on. Meshuggah, new track from their forthcoming record. I mean, it's heavy, it's brutal, the riffs are quite nasty, though a little repetitive at points. Light the Shortening Fuse is the title. We have another one from the forthcoming Red Hot Chili Peppers record. It's quite funky. It's a funky throwback, though some of Anthony Kiedis's 90s quirked up white boy rap bars are quite cringe. I'm not gonna lie about it. Poster Child is the title of the track. It's got a groove though, and hey, Frusciante's back. We have another taste of the upcoming Pup record, Matilda. This one's an anthem, good chord progression, though I thought the vocals were maybe a little bit too buried at points, and stylistically, I don't think it's their most definitive track or anything, but it's still certainly got me looking forward to this forthcoming record. Love this album art. Love it. Absolutely love it. Also feeling somewhat this new track from Pixies, Human Crime. While obviously like it's not Doolittle level, I think it's, you know, some of the more enjoyable comeback stuff they've had in a while. It's just a very straightforward indie rock song with their trademark guitars, and some of Frank's vocals are a bit weak, but overall, I don't think it's a bad song. I don't think it's a bad song at all. It's a pretty solid song for them at this point. All right, we have a new one from Kurt Vile. I mean, it's Kurt Vile at this point. You know, it's folk rocky. It's very chill. It's really laid back. It's very dry. Got his trademark drawls. Nothing too crazy. It's just chill. It's just sweet. It's just a vibe. Just a nice vibe. Some people are into the Kurt vibe. I'm neutral on the Kurt vibe much of the time. But if you're into the Kurt vibe, the vibe is here in spades. All right, we have a new taste of this forthcoming Jack White record called Heidi Ho with Q-Tip. This is insane. This is legitimately insane. There are parts of this track that are fun. There are parts that still have me scratching my head. The Q-Tip inclusions are nuts. The weird genre fusions, like the spaghetti western shit and the lo-fi kind of weird funk rock shit, and Jack White with some completely absurd refrains, the Heidi Ho stuff. It's just weird. It's absolutely fucking weird. It's too weird. It's a little too weird. I mean, I put this in the mess section, but that's not entirely accurate because I'm very split on this track. There are parts of this track that I am frankly amazed by, like amazed at how like big of a risk it is and just how genuinely odd it is, and there are parts that I genuinely hate and think are some of the worst trash I have heard this year. And honestly, as I listen to it more when the record comes out, there's really no telling which direction I could go in. It could be either or at this point. This could end up being one of my favorite tracks of the year. This could end up being one of my least favorite tracks of the year. I guess we'll see. But yeah, this thing is nuts. It's absolutely freaking nuts. All right, we have a new track from HAIM, Lost Track, which I think ties into the recent film that's been of conversation around the band as of late. Love the lo-fi, not lo-fi, but very low-key, chill kind of instrumental presentation. The hand claps, the dry guitars, the vocal work is quite lovely. It's a short, straightforward little ballad that's nice on the ears. It's really good. Not mind-blowing, but sweet. All right, we have a new one from Dave over here as well. Starlight is the title. Some questionable bars from Dave, but on a Dave track, there's always a few, like the stuff about being with his girl and not wanting to, or rather when his girl is not around, not wanting to have a good time. It's a little odd, but I sort of get the sentiment of the track overall. It's okay. I'm not crazy about it myself, but hey, the Dave fans, I'm sure you're going to love it. All right, we have a new one from Bad Bad Not Good, Open Channels. It's just a very kind of chill, open, sort of free jazz jam. You can give that a spin. And here we have the best tracks of the week, the ones that really left a positive impression on me. Remember, they are linked down below too. They are as follows. We have a new one from Wet Leg. Loving the singles and the teasers from their forthcoming LP. This one's got a great noise rock, post-punk blend, fun refrains, cool guitar work. Liking it. Hell yeah, Wet Leg. All right, we have Soul Glow, Driponomics. This one is like a really lo-fi, distorted rap banger. Not quite the ultra-aggressive punk that was their last teaser and single, Jumper Get Jumped. But, really cool and aggressive. I mean, I think fans of... obviously like Death Grips or Show Me the Body will fuck with this track heavy. It's quite nasty. It goes. All right, we have a new one from Sharon Van Etten over here, Used to It. This one is just a beautiful, gorgeous, just completely wash the hell over me type of tune and instrumental presentation. Obviously a huge switch from like the almost 80s and Springsteen-esque style of her last single, but I'm liking this sound and just the general serenity and beauty of this track quite a bit more. This one's just pure beauty, pure bliss, just washing over you. Give it a listen. All right, we have a new one from Pusha T over here with Nigo, Hear Me Clearly. Production is okay. It's a decent loop. I mean, it's Pusha T who really kind of makes the whole thing. Look, I mean, he is barred the hell up on this track. That's all I got to say. He bars this track the fuck out. It's just bar after bar after bar after bar, wordplay on wordplay. It's a show of why Pusha T is the special rapper that he is. While I prefer the production on Diet Coke, I mean, lyrically, I think this is like leagues above Diet Coke, frankly. Like, this is Pusha T lyrically, at his most Pusha T. Maybe he's not hitting you so hard with like all the Coke shit as he typically can or does, but he's got a lot of great one-liners on this track. So, all right, we have a new one from the forthcoming album from Japanese punk outfit Otoboke Beaver. Really excited for this record, coming out in May, I believe. Their last record was one of my favorite rock records of that year. I'm Not Maternal is the name of this new cut. Obviously, rowdy riffs, crazy performance, great vocal work with a lot of personality, as we typically expect from Otoboke. Yeah, it's a kick-ass track, and there's actually a couple of different songs out from the record so far. So if this one interests you, listen to the other tracks. If you're new to the band, try out their past records. Maybe even buy them as well, because they're a great band worthy of your support. All right, we have a new one from Nilüfer Yanya over here, Painless. The new record is out now. I'm not going to talk too much about this track that I want to point you to, The Dealer. It's really groovy. Check it out, because I'm planning on reviewing this record pretty soon, so you'll get my full thoughts sooner rather than later. Don't worry about it. It's coming. All right, new one over here from a UK post-punk outfit named Life. Big Moon Lake is the title of the song. It's got some nice steady bass, cowbell, some nice cowbell, noisy guitars, obviously very authoritative spoken word vocals, kind of checking a lot of standard boxes for this genre, but still like a good performance overall and some pretty convincing, vocal passages too. I'm liking it. I'm definitely curious to hear more. There's some solid post-punk coming out lately. All right, we have a new one from Joey Badass over here, Head High. It's just classy, it's jazzy, it's lyrical, it's sweet, it's nice on the ears, and a really chill kind of heady listen. It's Joey doing what Joey does best. We have a new one from Iceage over here, Pull Up, which is an Abra cover of a song from back in 2016, I believe. It's a noisy, chaotic, but also beautiful rendition. It's rare that a band of really any strain dips into a song of this style and this kind of vibe with a cover, and it comes out genuinely good. But I would, again, this is one of the rare instances where that is in fact the case. This cover is great. Love it. It's really good. So, shout out to Iceage for this, and obviously shout out to Abra for the original. We have one over here also from Ruth Rundle, Pump Organ Song. It's a very beautiful, haunting, but simplistic ballad off of a new EP, which I believe is out or mostly out now. But either way, check out the track, and check out Ruth Rundle in general if you have not yet. It's again, very haunting cut over here that's worth giving a shot. Microphones fans will probably dig on it too. All right, we have a new one from Charli XCX, new song Baby. This is my favorite cut from Crash so far, as far as teasers go. I mean, it's not super, I'll say detailed or dynamic, or is trying to be as epic as some of the teasers so far, but it's got a straightforward, kind of funky 80s throwback type beat with some huge hits of sub bass, some fun refrains and choruses. It's just a really fun track to listen to. I mean, I think that's pretty much the gist of this one. It hits hard, it hits fast, it's kind of fun, it's sexy, it's playful. Give it a listen. All right, we have a new one from Alex Cameron over here, another taste of Oxy music, my favorite of all the teasers so far, K-Hole. Production-wise, this one is not as decked out as some of my favorite tracks from his catalog so far, but I think it's a really, solid soft rock tune from Alex that I think kind of checks the boxes of what makes his music special in general, in that it's beautiful, it's easy on the ears, it's nice to listen to, but simultaneously there's a genuine sense of sleaziness and tragedy and just like being a broken human being that is, broadcast through the artistry of the music very boldly and very strongly. Loved the track. Very much looking forward to this new one from Alex, Oxy Music. Here we go. And that has been the weekly track roundup, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. You're the best, you're the best, you're the best. Anthony Fantano, hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this one. As usual, I will see you in another video very soon. Weekly track roundup, the needle drop forever.